What are we doing today, Sadie? It's 38 degrees outside and it rained yesterday. So I need to change the brakes and rotors and seals on the front. I don't know how much I really want to do that, just because it's not a perfect day for doing that. But you got to do what you got to do. Right, Sadie? Right. Alright, so I got new rotors. New seal, one seal per assembly. New bearings, 2 bearings that came with the races, but I'm not going to replace the races, I'm just going to replace the bearings. I got all this stuff from HOWTO, and I got new pads from HOWTO. Okay, so I cleaned this up a little bit. I'm going to put this one back here on. Goes right in. Put the 6 bolts in there. Torque them down pretty good. Torque them down pretty good. Yeah? Yeah? Get away. Alright folks, there you have it. I was going to do an in-depth review on a brake job pads, rotors, and bearings. But the GoPro got full. I didn't finish it at the very end. I was having some difficulties at the end. So it will probably just be a quick, whatever you want to call it. Okay? As I said, did rotors, front pads. The bearings were in pretty good shape. I could have left them, but if you go through all the trouble of pulling the hub out and pulling the rotor off, you might as well go ahead and do the bearings. So I went ahead and did the bearings and the rear seal, grease seal. I did not put new races in. I just did the bearings. The races were good, so I just did the bearings. I didn't feel like pressing out the races or hammering them out and then having to hammer in the new ones. Had some problems with the little bit of difficulty with the pads. The original pads were worn down all the way to the end. They were almost to the metal. So that being said, I had to press the calipers out with the Z-clamp. Some of the brake fluid came out of the whatever. Okay, so I think this is going to be it for Project Sin for a little while. What have we done so far, Sadie? Okay, so we did battery. That was the first thing. I've been driving this truck for almost 2 weeks, if not a little more, and it's been very dependable, fairly dependable. Okay, first day I drove it to work. After work, I get off work about 10:30 at night. Got out, went out to start it. It would not start. Okay, ended up being the alternator. Took me about 15 minutes to pull it. It was a little rough because one of the bushings from the actual alternator was pressed into the hole, so I had to yank on it quite a bit. Putting it back in about 15 more minutes. Got it, pulled it that night, brought the new alternator up that morning, put it in. It's good to go. Okay, so the alternator, like I said, we did the front brakes today. We done anything else, Sadie, besides what you've seen on the video? Okay, I don't think so. Got a tailgate handle from Amazon for about $10. Cheap. Got door handles, inside door handles. Both of them are, the one on the passenger is missing. I mean, it's in there, but it's not installed. And then the driver's side, you got to push it up against the door and pull because there's two tabs that are busted off there. So I got 2 handles coming from Amazon, about $14. They'll be here in a couple days. We'll install those. Other things I need to do. I need to do the back brakes. I haven't even looked at them. I don't know what they're looking like. Drums, rear drums. I haven't pulled the drums off and seen what we got, so I'll have to do that. Heater wise, okay, we pulled the blower. You saw that. The vehicle does not get up to operating temperature. It stays in the cold range. So that's probably the thermostat. It's like $10-15, and then you got to get a $2 gasket. We'll do that a little bit later. I'm not going to do that on video probably. I need to go through some of the vacuum lines. They're old and cracked. That'll probably make it run a little better. As you can see, we got this camper shell. Fancy schmancy camper shell. Okay, same guy that gave me the truck, gave me the camper shell, called me back a couple days later and said, oh, by the way, I got a camper shell. So Stephanie and I actually went and got that by ourselves. It's made out of aluminum, super lightweight, had no problem getting it on there. Okay. Old retro camper shell. Back in the day, I would have probably thought it looked kind of goofy, but I actually like the look of it now. I'm going to show you a picture right here. Picture. Okay? Picture of how I'm going to make this truck look for the time being. Okay? Good stuff. Camper shell. Plan on repainting this red. I'm just going to keep it red. Just going to repaint it just for the fact of fading and all that. I'm going to go with the cheapest paint I can go with. I may get some tractor paint. Okay? I don't know yet. Pop out a couple little dents. I'm not going to do any bondoing or anything like that. Pop out a couple dents, sand some spots down, primer where there's some rust on the roof, spray it, throw the shell back on there. I want to do the wheels like an off-white color, and if I can find some moon caps, I want to put some moon caps on there. Okay? Kind of thinking like a radio flyer wagon look when it's all said and done. And that may be it. I may not do anything else to this truck other than drive it. Anything else you got, Sadie? Yeah, I think that might be it. I think we're gonna, till we do the paint, this will probably be the last video for a while. I got quite a few Nissan videos up, and it's time to move on to some other stuff. I got some other stuff I gotta do. So, I think that's it for Project Sin. Thanks for watching. This truck has been an enjoyment so far. Okay, just a little couple up-to-date maintenance items, and it's looking like it's a pretty good driver. Got the new tires. In the original video I talked about a vibration. Thought it might be the drive shaft just because I wasn't thinking it was tires, but got these new tires on there. I've had it up to about 85 with no problems. Gets on the interstate just fine. So, good to go. Thanks for watching.